welcome to GZR, Ground Zero Radio. Here we are.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Hey, Mike, Karen, give us the news.
Well, quite a lot going on this National Creamsicle Day. Also, for those of you that are regretting that emoji tattoo you got 30 days ago, remember that day that I warned everybody about? Well, today is also National Tattoo Removal Day.
Oh,
so
that
you
figures.
you can get that smiley face off your backside.
Or, yeah.
Okay.
Or other things.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, back up. What was the day, the National Day again? I missed it. The first thing you said.
National Creamsicle Day.
Creamsicle.
Creamsicles.
Those are actually really good.
Yeah, this is making great live radio. Okay, so today in 1962,
All right.
unhappy with drummer Pete Best's role in the Beatles, Brian Epstein and the other three members decided to sack him.
Jeez.
What?
Yeah, Best played his last gig the following night at the Cavern in Liverpool. And then Ringo Starr, who was nearing the end of a 3-month engagement with Rory Storm and the Hurricanes, he received a telephone call from the John Lennon asking him to join the Beatles. Ringo gave Rory Storm 3 days' notice, and on August 18th appeared as a member of the Beatles for the very first time.
That was a good bet right there.
Yeah, and the rest is history. 1965, Sonny and Cher's "I Got You, Babe" hits number one for the first of 3 weeks. 1974,
That's a great song.
yeah, well, in 1974, drummer Neil Peart makes his debut with Rush at a show in Pittsburgh, where they are the support act for Manfred Mann and Uriah Heep. Wow, another
Support band.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not for long.
the rest is history. 1995, Foo Fighters made their network television debut on The Late Show with David Letterman when they performed their new single, "This Is a Call." And tomorrow in history, it's the 54th anniversary of Woodstock.
Jeez.
That was a little
Wow.
music and art festival
Yeah, right.
that happened a while ago. Okay, some notable birthdays this week. Today, happy birthday goes out to former Garden Grove High School cheerleader and renowned banjo player Steve Martin.
No kidding.
Yeah,
No.
he's gone on to do a few other things since then.
A few.
Cheerleader.
Yeah, actually.
I think I remember that story.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, and
He's
tomorrow,
so talented.
Tomorrow, friend of the show, singer-songwriter-composer Jimmy Webb. Happy
Nice.
birthday, Jimmy.
Happy birthday, Jimmy Webb.
Wednesday, I'm not real familiar with this gal, Madonna. She just goes by
What?
one name, Madonna's her birthday. Thursday,
Okay.
You
LA
jest.
girl Belinda Carlisle. Saturday, The Voice, Ian Gillan of Deep Purple.
Now we're talking.
And then Sunday, another voice of rock and roll, Paul Stanley. Happy early birthday
excellent.
to Ian and Paul.
Nice.
And then here's a sampling of local happenings this week around town. Tonight, Violet Iris will be at the Wayfarer.
Cool.
Excellent.
We need to be stopping by that place.
Yeah.
There's some great original music acts over there.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a good idea.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I believe Violet Iris is doing a like a monthly thing every Monday. So
was
check
that-
into that.
That was tonight. When was that?
Tonight.
Tonight.
Well,
Well, let's go.
okay. Well, after we're done at work.
Okay.
Okay. And then Tuesday, Inhaler will be at the Observatory. That's the one that's fronted by Mr.
It's Michaela, by the
Bono
way.
from U2. His son is the singer in Inhaler.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, Thursday we got Mudvayne at 5 Points Amp. Friday, band that we played with a while ago, Dire 55 will be at the Rush Bar in Lake Forest. Then TSOL is starting Friday night. It'll be starting 2 nights at the Garden Amp with various
Jeez.
others. And then also on Friday, Darius Rucker will be at the 5 Points Amp.
Whoa. Boom.
That's a good gig.
And then Saturday, a band that started in Irvine back in early 2000s, Young the Giant, will be headlining at 5 Points. Talk about coming back home
yeah.
and making it big.
That's right. Huge.
And then Sunday, Chicago will be at the Pacific Amp.
That's a good gig, too.
Man.
Love to be there.
Seriously.
Yes.
They're so I mean, goes without saying how solid they are even still.
Yep.
And
Incredible
they
group.
got a few
Yep.
albums out, too.
Yeah.
You can check
Just
them
a
out.
few.
And then coming up in 2 weeks, the OC Blues Festival is coming to town.
Yes.
And to tell us more about it, I think, do we have somebody on the phone? Yeah. So we have Papa J on the phone. Welcome to GZR, Papa J.
Oh, I'm here. Thank you.
Hey, so tell
Welcome.
us Welcome to the show, and thank you so much for calling in tonight. We want to hear more about the OC Blues Festival. What's happening?
Oh, it's going to be a great show. We've got quite a list of talent coming. We've got, let me see, we've got Bridget Purdy, our girlfriend Bridget.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Mighty Mojo Prophets, Memphis Kings, the Brohams, Papa J and the Terraplane Blues Band, and we have a special guest, Janova Magnus, coming in to sit in with us.
Nice.
And, Janova's Grammy-nominated, multi-platinum record girl. She's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
So tell us when and where and how to get tickets.
It's going to be Sunday, August 27th at Stages in Santa Ana. That's 604 Dyer, and the doors open at 2:30, and the show will start at 3. Hopefully, you know how things go. So right at 3, and we're going to go on till 9:30. We've got 6 great acts and a lot of good music coming. Really, really going to be. You can get tickets on OrangeCountyBluesFestival.com.
Well, that's easy enough to remember.
Yeah, a little long, but it's easy enough.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we wish you the best of turnouts and a great night of blues music. Papa J, thank you so much for, you're the one that coordinated the entire event, right?
Yeah, Richard, my partner Richard and I are the producers, and we put everything together. We kind of do this we do this every year just for the love of the music, really. We never make any money on these things. It's one of those kind of things where, you just do it because you love to do it.
Absolutely.
And, we get a lot of good people. I think we have some of the best talent in Orange County and LA coming to the show.
Well, you're right about the incredible talent in the area, and I wish you the best of luck and a great, fantastic turnout for your event. Give us the website address one more time for ticket sales.
It's OrangeCountyBluesFestival.com.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You bet.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye. All right. That was
Okay,
Papa
yeah.
J.
Papa
and,
J.
and Mike Karen with the news.
Yep. Wait a minute. He's
And
Oh,
that's the news.
there we go.
dun, dun, dun.
I know all my viewers are
Waiting for that.
Waiting for the paper rip. Yes.
Let her rip.
That's your signature.
It is now.
It is. Absolutely. Well, guess who we have in the studio tonight?
Oh, we got a special guest.
We do.
Yes, we've been chatting.
I'm going to tell you what about this outstanding young man who's in our studio right now. His name is Justin Richard, and he is a singer-songwriter and poet. And I believe he is an old soul. Once you hear him sing and play live, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. How you doing?
Welcome.
Michaela, it's good to see you again.
You too.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
Very good to be here. I like how Mike started off with anniversaries because tomorrow is... You know what tomorrow is?
What's tomorrow? I don't know what's tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be our 1-year anniversary.
Oh my God! What?
If you remember last year coming
be
in with
Give me some love right here. Give
How
me
about
some
that,
love.
huh?
Janelle Rapp and
Oh my gosh!
shout out to Janelle Rapp and Czar. That was a year ago tomorrow that we came in, and that was a lot of fun. So thanks for having me back. It's great to be here.
Well, welcome back.
You just made me totally want to cry, even blush.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool. Thank you for remembering that, and I'm glad it's something that you remembered. I'm glad it was a good experience for you, and you were willing to come back.
Oh yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So you've been busy with writing your own stuff and performing out live.
Yeah.
Different gigs in Fullerton and the Nesting with the Nesting group.
Yeah.
And is the Nesting part of Calettes?
Yeah, the Nesting is part of Calettes. For people that don't know, the Nesting is it's a group of about 10 or 12 of us that we're singers, we're songwriters. Some of us are instrumentalists, and it's all been hosted and run by a good friend of mine who I mentioned, Janelle Rapp, and it's been great. I mean, that really was a huge catalyst for a lot of what I can do now. And I haven't seen the nesting in a while. People have been busy, and life, sometimes does that where breaks are necessary. But that doesn't mean that it's over. It just means that we've had a short time apart.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was doing some gigs with the nesting. I had a gig a couple nights ago with one of the bands I'm playing in, the Lone Pairs, which we'll get to later. And just keep writing, keep playing, and keep observing. There's a lot to observe. There's a lot to take in. So
Observation does have a lot to do with it.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, especially just not just the observation, but I guess let me say what's the best terminology for that. Maybe appreciating what you're observing and cataloging in your own memory bank what you're observing, so that you can put it into words.
Yeah. It's like it's a blessing and a curse, because you see all these things that people don't see, and then after you see them, you realize how happy they are that they don't see them, because you're like, how could you not take this as a big deal, or how could or some things that really aren't stress inducing, or that aren't a big issue, is that you find beautiful, that it makes you think why other people wouldn't, But yeah, observation is huge, It's it's welcome to my life.
There you go.
That's totally.
Madness.
That's why I dig you, man. So let's talk about your personal original projects, and what have you been working on lately?
Lately, so I've been playing in some new projects with some other cats around. I keep going to this open mic in North Hollywood. Shout out to Kulak's Woodshed.
Yes.
Oh, it's that's been another huge catalyst for so much of my confidence in my writing, and just meeting great people, great players, and it was there I met a guy named Israel. He says, "Hey man, I need a guitar player for these songs I've written," and so I've been jamming with him. I've been jamming with my friends from high school, and our band, the Lone Pairs, and we've been playing for about maybe 2 years now, if you count senior year high school. So it's but this project, the Lone Pairs that we got, is still pretty new, and it's been fun. We went in, we recorded a couple songs, and down in the resort, OC. So yeah, just down the street from here, a guy named Mike who runs the place. It was a lot of fun. It's a great place. So been recording some stuff, playing in some new projects, stretching myself as a guitar player once again, and just doing my own thing when I'm not busy with others. I like being busy with others, but there's a time for people, and then there's a time for solitude and reflection, and it's good to have that balance. It's and that's what it's been about, trying to find that balance.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So can we hear some of your personal original tunes?
Yeah, we can do that.
Excellent.
I need to get my guitar.
Sure thing.
I'm impressed, and I haven't heard him play yet.
I know. I told you. Cool dude,
Very-
old soul,
Yes.
and when he starts singing, you're gonna understand what his vibe is all about, and fall in love, and
Well, it's going to be a real treat for the listeners too, because
it
we're going to
is.
have a lot of live music from them tonight.
Yes.
tons,
Yep.
which I'm excited about, because that's the thing he does best. Is he writes poetry as well, which we're going to hear tonight, and he puts that poetry into melody, oftentimes.
Melody, yeah. I know I said I would sit. Do you mind if I stand?
Let's do whatever you want. I want you to be comfortable.
You got mics
Let's just make
tall
sure we
enough?
get the mics in the right spot for you.
There we go.
Make sure we pick up all that rich tone of yours. Sweetness. This is Justin Richard in the studio tonight. We're so happy to have him. He drove all the way down from Fullerton to hang out with us in the studio tonight.
Wonderful.
We greatly appreciate that.
Cool. Is that good there?
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect.
What to play first? All right, I'll play my most recent new song, and this is a song I wrote about. I would say 4, but I write all my songs for me, and but this is a song about a friend of mine who I met at Kulak's Woodshed down in North Hollywood. He's a songwriter, and he taught me a couple things about life, taught me a couple things about writing songs, and just a great guy. So this is called Hey Old Man. Started out a year ago, bothered by the things I didn't know. I found myself in a place, nothing less than strange. Some old man with a smoky smile strummed his 6-string for a little while. And as he walked out the place, I ran up to him to say, hey old man, you look a lot like me. Something about the songs you sing make me wanna live, make me wanna give to those in need. And I said, hey old man, don't wanna waste your time. I hate to say it, but I've been living blind. And the song you sang tonight opened up my eyes and set me free. Well, time had passed, time was spent. Once a stranger, and now a friend. Oh, bonded by a song. Didn't even take too long. One day the old man called me up. He said, hey kid, well, guess what's up? I got this new song, you see, and this time you're singing it with me. And I said, hey old man, you look a lot like me. Something about the songs we sing make me want to live, make me want to give to those in need. And I said, hey old man, don't want to waste your time. I hate to say it, but I've been living blind. And the song you sang tonight opened up my eyes and set me free. One day will come, standing by his grave, remembering the songs he sang, the words he spoke, the difference that he made. I'll kneel down and wipe my tears, grateful for the years now gone, and like the echo of a gong, I'll sing him this old song. Hey, old man, you looked a lot like me. Something about those songs you'd sing made me want to live, made me want to give to those in need. Then I said, hey, old man, looks like we're out of time. Thank you for your friendship so kind. The songs you left behind opened up my eyes and set me free. Yeah, the man you left behind opened up my eyes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Wow. Fantastic.
I know.
I-
Justin Richard.
Incredible, my friend. But I do have a question. What do you consider old?
I know when I played that, oh my God, I played that probably like 2 days ago, and he was in the audience, and he says, man, you're already killing me off. Like, what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
No, but he loved it.
Wonderful. Well written.
Very.
Thanks. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes. That's
Good story.
That's the thing about Justin. He can write.
Yeah.
And do you hear what I'm talking about in his voice?
I know.
We do not want Justin to be any different than exactly who he is.
That's right. Yeah.
Because his delivery and his voice is so unique to him. He needs to just be exactly him.
So I'm
don't know how else to say
curious.
that.
Put very well.
Who are your influences?
Influences?
Because you're completely original. I mean, that I hear.
That can
So-
go both ways.
Yeah. No, that's a compliment.
I'll thank you.
Absolutely.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, a lot of the great singer-songwriters, Tom Petty and the Beatles and the Stones and Dylan, and
Yeah.
that's where it really goes back to. My taste in music, what I'm listening to at the moment is always changing. So, but it always goes back to those four guys.
And it's storytelling.
Yeah,
And that's what really, that's, I think for years that was missing. The story was
yeah.
poor, right? Or it was a story that really, whatever, we've heard 1,000 times. But when you create a new story and a new storyline, which is what you've done, is fantastic. I mean, it speaks to people.
Yeah, thank you.
You want to hear how it ends. How is the story going to end moving forward?
Yeah, and a lot of great songs that came out of that time were telling stories.
Absolutely.
For better or worse, but
Yeah.
and that is missing a lot,
Yes.
because that's like a fundamental part of human psych. It's like people like stories. People go to the movies. People, you see a young kid. Tell me a story before I go to bed. It's a very important thing, and it doesn't always change just because you're older.
That's a very good point. I used to tell stories to my kids before bedtime, and I'd make it up.
Yeah.
Just wing
Yeah,
it.
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always asked for it over and over and over.
Yeah, the stories are so important. And also listening to that song you wrote that you just played for us, Justin, you draw me into being, I'm interested now in how this old man influenced you and blessed you just through the introduction, and now the new friendship and relationship and how it's changed you. And I'm hearing all of that in your lyrics, and it as you're going through the song, I'm hungry for each part of it to see where this new connection with this person took you. And you're so good at putting that into words And then also, I really totally adore your genuine vocals. Like, I would not want you to change one note, one hair of anything anywhere, because I like that I'm hearing you tell us the story with this genuine, raw vocal that is very pleasant to listen to.
Thanks, yeah.
And does it need to be...
Well, a lot of it is working with what you got, you know.
Well, I like that you're working with what you got.
Hey, you got.
Thank you. You got it.
You know, you make the most with what you got, and you move on with it. But that means a lot, you know. It's like I've even noticed with, you know, before I started writing songs, I was really big into guitar playing and doing a lot of lead work, and I remember thinking like, oh man, I would die to I would love to be Slash. That'd be so cool, you know, like. Tris, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you have to be yourself. I mean, and that's what this really boils down to, is you got to go with your gut.
Sure, yeah, and not to cut you off, but even like a lot of these great guitar players I see, even down at the Woodshed in Hollywood, you know, like I remember meeting this guy for the first time, and he's up there playing his licks, and you know, I don't even have to ask him. I'm like, hey man, you know, great playing. Who's your influences? And right in my head, I hear Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrix, John Mayer. That
Right.
you know that bloodline between the three of them.
Yeah.
And it's true. It's like when you're super into someone or you're super influenced by them, you have a tendency to lose what you're naturally leaning towards.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, and to me, it all boils down to the song. I mean, I grew up listening to songs. I'm more of a 60s, 70s guy, even though I was, went into the rock. But the fact is none of that holds water without the song.
Yeah.
So that's really it. It's got to be a song behind it.
Yeah, and that's honestly, because at first I didn't even want to write songs. But I told myself starting out, I was like, well, I really like guitar playing, and I would love for people to listen to me play guitar solos, but no one's going to listen to a solo if there's no song with it.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
And Tom Petty was not signed for his lead work.
No. Yeah, why do you think he had Mike, you know?
Written, or Bob Dylan.
Right. No, I get it, yeah. Yeah. So the song is everything, it really is.
Absolutely.
It is. And you got another one for us?
Yeah, I got another one for you.
Well, I hope we have a bunch.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Hey, everybody. You were listening to GZR, Ground Zero Radio. We're here every Monday night, 2 hours of all original music and interviews with our local Southern California artists.
Yes, we are.
And beyond Orange County as well. Tonight we have the one and only Justin Richard in the studio. And I'm so thrilled that this worked out because this dude is so cool. Justin is so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
So, hey, man, play us another one.
All right. Can you move this down a little bit?
A tiny bit if it can, if it'll budge. Yep. Thank you so much. Tell us
right.
about this.
This song, this is another autobiographical song based on a short visit. Felt like a long visit at a place that I hope we don't go back to anytime soon. This is called the St. Jude Bed and Breakfast. Took some time about a year ago to clear my head on down the road. At a little old place where no grown-ups go, a place for the troubled youth. I met a nice girl, she wouldn't give me a kiss, but she showed me the stitches tied in her wrist and says, I guess that's the price for the way that I twist the truth. At the St. Jude bed and breakfast, I got a Beatles magazine and a whole lot of time to be thinking about what living means to me. At the St. Jude bed and breakfast, the girls are hooking up. They tell me I will be leaving soon. Things are looking up. And for an hour a day, they let me touch the sun. A beautiful flow of my goosebumps. Never quite realized how warm it was till it was taken away. I guess you could say the same goes for life. Everything means nothing till it's out of sight. I ain't saying my way was right, but I'm glad I learned it this way. At the St. Jude bed and breakfast, I got a Beatles magazine and a whole lot of time to be thinking about what living means to me. At the St. Jude bed and breakfast, the girls are hooking up. They tell me I will be leaving soon. Things are looking up. I looked out my window behind the bars at the fast food chicken and the freewheeling cars. The sky above covered in stars. Look at the way they shine. I wasn't thinking about nothing, only feeling confused. Ain't it funny how life becomes overused? Look at me now, I'm calling a truce. I'll see you on down the line. At the St. Jude bed and breakfast, I got a Beatles magazine and a whole lot of time to be thinking about what living means to me. At the St. Jude bed and breakfast, the girls are hooking up. They tell me I will be leaving soon. Things are looking up. Yeah, things are looking up. Thank you.
Nice. Wonderful.
All right.
Right
Yeah.
on. I love how you could take a situation that may have not been so positive at the time and you wrote something to sing about and make it celebratory in a way.
Sure,
You know?
yeah. That's interesting. Celebratory.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, things are looking up. They're
Yeah.
telling me I'm getting out.
Getting
so
out of here, yeah.
you did a positive spin on a heavy situation.
Mm,
I dig
yeah.
that.
Thank you. Yeah, you look positive, but honestly, that was something I've struggled with for a while because all these bad things happen, and I want to write about it and be like, it's bad, it's terrible, like this is awful, and the old man from the first song, he said, man, you write these great songs, but you got to flip it around. You got to make it seem hopeful. You got to, of course, don't diminish your honesty, but try to look at it from a different point of view. I mean, and when I sent that to him, he got a little upset because he was like, I got a song called "Things Are Looking Up." Why would you make that your hook? So, but yeah. Thanks, I appreciate that.
That hook really works, and the whole thing was very well painted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
Bob Dylan-like, to where it's got so much meaning and so much depth, but it's like, but things are looking up.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's awesome to. I'm king of this. Negative situations is try to paint it in a better light, and that's a perfect song for that. Give, in other words, give a shining hope in something, or maybe a little bit of comedic element, to still get the point across, right?
Sure, yeah,
Yeah,
and comedy, is huge. I mean, you look at someone like John Prine and
Yeah.
It makes you laugh. Or like when I write, I met a nice girl, she wouldn't give me a kiss, but she showed me the stitches tied in her wrist. I guess that's the price for the way I twist the truth. It's just, it's like it's taking a rather dark element and kind of like reminding us like we're all human, we're all here, we're all one, so this is okay, and kind of I appreciate it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's resonating what you're saying.
I got to tell you that the way you lyrically put that last song together, I mean this, Justin, totally has inspired me. I am going to listen to that song over and over to learn from you. And here's why. I have been a fan forever of Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Uh-huh.
I have been that angry girl that wants to write those mad, sad
right?
songs about these injustices, right? But I do think it's far more beautiful and far more makes a bigger impact when you can spin it the way that you have. And again, you did not diminish the seriousness of the situation and the phase you were in at that time. You did not diminish that heaviness at all, but instead you found a way to lift out of it. And I am still, at my age, which is probably triple yours, I am still learning and trying to figure out how to do that, because I think that is the most beautiful work of art, when you can take these heavy moments and phases in your life, but then write about it in a way that adds the comedic element, adds the lighthearted element, lifts people out of it instead of staying stuck in it. Right? So thank you.
Yeah, and I think it was Sarah Bareilles that said, like, if you could write a happy melody, like, people will listen to anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever the lyrics are, they'll figure it out later. But if you can write a happy melody, if you can present it well and upbeat, people are going to dig on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were talking about Steve Martin earlier. Good Lord.
Shoot.
If he was clever at doing stuff like that.
Man, so much talent.
Yeah, local boy.
And and the talented local boy Justin Richard in the studio tonight, giving us all a lesson in poetry and songwriting. Did you bring some poetry tonight?
I did. I'm looking at the clock, and we are getting close. I want to make sure, though, that we get to play that song from the Lone Pairs.
No problem. Yeah. I would say we've got a good 19 minutes.
19.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
All right.
But don't worry so much about the clock. We're relaxed around here.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. You give me a minute here. I got to get my stuff.
Justin Richard in the studio tonight. He is a local singer-songwriter here in Southern California. Drove all the way down from the Fullerton area to hang with us tonight and share his original tunes. He has been writing his own stuff, which we totally dig. He's an old soul with a poet's heart. And he also plays with the Nesting, which is through Cal-Ets. He also plays with the Lone Pairs, and we're going to hear one of the songs from the Lone Pairs at the end of his interview here tonight. But let's get back over to Justin and listen to some of his poetry.
Poetry. I got one poem. Sorry.
That's cool.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking through here. I gotta watch my mouth. All right. So this is a poem I wrote. This is maybe a year old, but it's one of my favorites. And it's about being in one place and your mind is in another. And even if it's like it's a big event or it's something special, and you can't really help it, and it kind of helped me walk through what I was feeling, and what you'll hear about it. All right. Driving all the way out to Chino, I said I'd pick her up. I said I'd talk with her family. I said I'd talk with her cats. I said I'd talk with her front lawn. I said I'd draw smiles on their faces. But currently my existence has me at a disconnect, and I don't know if I have it in me to mold the formidable. To her family and her effects, apologies in advance. Walking up to the door like some jaded mailman, withered from years of his daydreamed pension, unable to feel comfortable underneath my ever-rising straitjacket skin. Now is the time to apply that old familiar facade, dust off that charming smile I've been keeping in my back pocket, screw it on softly to the bolts of my chin. Being in such a disconnect, I can't hardly manage. I forget who I am. The camera smeared heavy to my face. Her mom says, "Smile." Gee, thanks, I think. Panicking, I can barely manage to give her a sliver of a grin. Now in the building, standing in line for the photo booth. Oh, fun. Now we get to wait in line for this. I am engulfed in the wave of intrepid energy that only a prom can produce. But still, I stand like a lake at dusk. And my date, I think she's trying to talk to me, but I cannot tell. It occurs to me I left my mind in the books. I left my mind hanging on the neck of my acoustic guitar back at home. And in this hour of tedious being, it has me praying for an escape, hoping for action. I can sniff out the sight of cold ambulance lights just outside the window. I see a kid rolled out on a throne of a gurney, but the music doesn't stop. The crowds of nosy people do not materialize around his potato sack body, and it appears as though everyone is somewhere else floating in a disconnect. I try to make out a clear image of his blessed face. Lucky kid, I think. I know not who he is, but I am concerned and envious and confused all at the same time. What was that? My date asks. And embarrassed by my innate mesmerized mind, I say, oh, that's nothing. I wipe the jewel from my mouth. I clear the smoke from my eyes. Come on now, at least try to appear more present. But in these dire ticking moments of a disconnect, it seems as though appearing is a skyscraper of a task for just about everyone. And now, with the prom reaching its final encore and the early hours of a new day just moments away, we run off to the beach. Laying on the ground, our backs molded into the permeable sand, it is here where I can breathe, under the symmetry of the night, under the soothing sounds of a subtle shoreline roar, under heaven. You know, the first hour of a new day always brings a prehistoric kind of magic. Her and I lay staring like loosely drunk pirates, guarding the treasure we buried in each other's eyes. And she says, I can't meditate, but we both know she's doing fine. Time is now waiting on us. It's waiting on me. And so I break the silence with the scarce commodity of I love you. She smiles wider than I've ever seen her smile, and my stomach halts, a breath half held and a scared internal shiver, catching even myself off guard. And I wonder if I am still in a disconnect.
Man.
Wow.
Man.
Wow. Talk about painting
Are
a
we
picture.
supposed to do this?
Yeah, snappy. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Wow. You know, you how many times have I said this already? I'm going to say it again. Justin Richard, old soul with a poet's heart. And we're just blessed to have you agree to come down and share your art with us.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, very much an old soul. I mean,
Yeah. Right? You know,
the prose is just amazing. It's
Thank you. No, yeah, and thanks again for having me. I know it was short notice, but it for you, Michaela, anything.
especially on your anniversary.
Yeah, especially on the anniversary.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
No, I know, and even like when we were at what's it called? I was at what's that place that Riders Round is doing now in OC?
There's a Campus
South-
Jacks one, and then there's one at Neat Coffee. Oh yeah,
Neat.
Neat Coffee.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I was gonna play, and I remember it was like something out of like a fairy tale where the lady sees her fairy godmother. You know, I was like, oh my God, it's Michaela Compton.
Oh.
So yeah, it was good to see. You know, so yeah, thanks again. You know, it's really cool coming down and hanging with you guys and Mike and Tris. I mean,
Yeah.
what a great surprise. I mean, I thought it was just gonna be the two of us. And we
Hope we didn't
multiplied
ruin
it.
it for you.
No, no,
Okay,
not
okay.
at all. This is cool.
Well, it's fun for us too because we get to see, you know, your progression through your art and everything like that. So it'll be exciting to have you on again, and I can see this is going to continue. I don't think it needs to be a year.
Oh yeah, maybe,
Oh, yeah,
maybe
no.
we'll have like a 3-week anniversary. Or
There you
something.
There you go.
We
Yeah.
need to tighten that up. Yeah, definitely. This Justin Richard is one of those artists that you do want to keep a continuous eye on because the potential. Well, let me back up from that. Let me erase that. I mean, no. I mean, potential is a true word. You can contribute to Justin Richard, but I want to say more than that.
Well, he's already there.
He's already, yeah, that's the thing. He is already there. And the growth is going to come because it's in his blood or his DNA or his fingers and
Is
his
it?
heart or something. And so I want to see this artist as they are adding to their catalog, as they're growing and maturing in their writing, but the maturity is astoundingly already there. So I am
Thanks, Michaela.
I am thrilled
Thank
at
you.
any
It's very nice of
time.
you.
Any time to support you, want to support you. And you know, if you give me your signature now, I might be able to sell it on eBay
Oh goodness.
when you become like a million. When you become a millionaire, and I can like, I have a signature for sale on eBay. No, just kidding.
So what are your plans for live music here going forward?
Live music.
Yeah.
We got live music coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We got yeah. I got right now. I just have gigs lined up with the band I'm playing in, Surrealistic Mind,
Mm-hmm.
and the band the Lone Pairs. They're gonna kill me for not knowing them. They're gonna but I got them written down here. If you give me a minute.
Sure, yeah,
Sure.
of course. We don't want you to get killed.
Definitely
We got to keep you
no.
in
We don't wanna
good
be-
graces.
Yeah, we can't
Yep.
be connected with that.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna pay for that one.
Right.
All right. All right. Goodness gracious.
So Justin Richard is in several different band projects, including his own original music
Mm-hmm.
and groups that he performs by himself, but also he performs with the Nesting through Calettes. And we're going to learn more about Calettes and the Nesting in a few weeks from now as well. We'll hear more from that group of songwriters. And so Justin's other projects are the Lone Pairs and what's the name of the other one?
Surrealistic Mind.
Thank you. Surrealistic Mind. Okay.
So I'll start off the Lone Pairs, which hopefully here we got time. We're gonna play a song from the EP we just recorded and released. We're gonna play at the Love Song Bar, and that is gonna be the 15th, September 15th.
All right.
September
So-
15. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that is 7 to 10. We're going to be playing with some friends of ours from a band called Bird Photos, which is making good headway as well. And very happy to be playing that gig coming up. It is 21 and up, so sorry to all the women and children. And no, but yeah, it's yeah, we're playing at the Love Song Bar in downtown LA, 7 to 10 with the Lone Pairs and Surrealistic Mind. We're going to have a gig the 8th coming up. So that's going to be just right around the corner, September 8th at Kulak's Woodshed, North Hollywood at
Nice.
8 p.m. So
Good shows.
Yeah, Kulak's Woodshed's a very supportive original music venue. Definitely. All right, so we're going to listen to a song titled The Fool. This is from one of your band projects, the Lone Pairs band project. And anything else you want to tell us about the band or this song?
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, the Lone Pairs, so we played together in high school, not under the name of the Lone Pairs, just as ourselves through a music program. We were able to play some lunchtime shows, some theater shows, and some shows around the community. And so once we got out of high school, Paola and Eva, who you'll hear playing on the record, they were starting their own project, and I was like, what the heck, you know? Like, you just forget about me. They said, well, we thought you were busy. We thought, so they had these songs written already. So this was one of the songs that they already had written, and they said, yeah, like, we would love to make it a trio, and you know, and then from there, now we're starting to write some new songs together. So that'd be nice. But this is a song that they've written that I've been happy to play on, and really fun jamming with these guys. And this is called The Fool.
How did I think you'd be by my side forever? How could you say you knew what was right whenever we're together? Girl, I wish I could tell you, girl. I feel like a fool for believing that you love me. You know I love you, wish it wasn't true. How could I think you love me? You know I love you, wish it wasn't true. How could I think that? You expect me to be someone I'm not. Say I'm not trying hard enough. You broke me down, tossed me around, made me feel worthless now. Girl, I wish I could tell you, girl. I feel like a fool for believing that you
right? That was The
Nice.
Fool by the Lone Pairs. One of several projects that
Yeah,
Justin
One of
Richard.
many projects.
people are always thrown off when they hear me play my songs, and then they hear something like the Lone Pairs, and they're like, "What?" You know. But no, it's fun. It's all music. It's all, you know.
It's all good music.
I love it. You know. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for your ears and your time and having me. It's a great time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're always welcome here, Justin. And tell our listening audience the best way to find you, get a hold of you, listen to your music.
Well, okay, listening audience. This is the best way is Instagram. No TikTok, no Facebook. You'll find it right on Instagram. And as far as music is concerned, if you would like to listen to stream music, you can find the Lone Pairs on all streaming platforms. And to clarify that, because we get a lot of questions, it is the THE Lone LONE Pairs PAIRS. 3 words. Okay, we're not handing out loans and we're not handing out pairs. So
Would be a nice twist,
I
but
shall
maybe
loan
not.
you a pair.
and you can find us under Instagram. The same name, Lone Pairs, and you can find me on Instagram under the username official Justin Richard. It's just one word. Can't tell you how many letters, but you'll find it. So thank you again, everybody, and thank you, Michaela.
Thanks for coming in.
Yep.
You're
been
you're
awesome.
very
Happy
welcome.
1-year anniversary.
Happy
There you go.
anniversary. That's,
Thank
I
you.
should have baked a cake.
I know.
Snapperdoodles. Thank you so much, Justin. You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much.